Religious tourism, sometimes referred to as spiritual tourism or faith tourism, is a type of tourism where people travel individually or in groups for pilgrimage or missionary purposes. The visit often is to a religious or a holy site. Tourism has two components to this. One is spiritual and the other is leisure. And religious tourism has become big business. There's lots of dollars in it. We can see here in Corfu, there is sale of iconography art as tourist souvenirs. So you can come, see the church and buy the merchandise. In this video, I show a few of the religious sites and practices I have undertaken, including churches in Corfu, Greece and Munich, Germany, and temples in Kunming, China. I release some birds in Cambodia for good luck, and I also have a Chinese fortune teller interpret my Chinese fortune sticks, or Kau Chim. One of the things about religious tourism is getting the right balance. So for some, it's a tourist attraction. Many tourists going through just as a spectacle. But for other people, it's a sacred place of worship where they come to meet or speak with their God or just to have some inner peace. So getting that balance can be quite tricky for churches and temples and mosques. The revenues that tourists may pay on entrance, of course, go to some of the upkeep and maintenance costs, but at the trade-off of having people troop through a place of worship. So in almost every society we have this quest for the meaning of life, and even here I'm in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, and by the riverside, by the Mekong, we can see people such as here trying to read fortunes, predict luck, playing some card game and incense. So there's a fair few along here, presumably interpreting people's fortunes and giving them some sort of enlightenment or hope for the future. Some birds, not quite sure the purpose of them. Okay, so I found out that the birds are for good luck, Happy New Year, something like this. Someone purchases them and you let them free, and then you get some good luck. So again, this is related to some spirituality or some ideas like this. Oh. Okay, so I'm going to get some good luck. I've just got 2 little sparrows for $1. And hopefully the best luck I'm going to get is that they don't shit on me. Alright. Boys, bye!
Bye!
Something that tourists find interesting in China with respect to religious tourism is the Taoist temples. Behind me is Maozan Temple, which is a combination of different halls depicting the gods, and in front there's also these 2 towers, the twin towers of Maozan Temple. Here and here. So tourists like to come and look at the different gods and see how Taoism is played out. Okay, look at the style. What are you thinking? Thai, right? Well, actually this temple was newly built as a gift from the King of Thailand. Inside is a statue of Sakyamuni. I'm here in Kunming, Yuan Tong Temple. It's the largest Buddhist temple in Kunming. It's been here for over 1,000 years. It brings up a very interesting point about religious tourism or pilgrimage. Sometimes it's called historical tourism, or it's related obviously to the history. You can think of going to the Hajj, one of the 5 pillars of Islam, having to go to see Mecca once in the life. But There's many other pilgrimages also from different religions. Like I said, I'm here in Yuan Tong in Kunming, in the province of Yunnan, China. Behind me, the temple gates. It's a beautiful architecture. In the center of the temple is a large square pool, and behind that is an octagonal pavilion. And you can see the crisscrossing of the paths leading. The architecture, very cool. Yuan Tong Temple was first built in the late 8th and the early 9th century in the Tang dynasty, but the current design was from the Qing dynasty. Many of the temples in China follow a feng shui design. Feng shui, literally wind, water in English, is the Chinese philosophical system of harmonizing everyone with the surrounding environment. So I've just come out of Yuan Tong Temple and I see a Chinese fortune teller. So of course I have to stop and have my fortune told. I had to grab a passerby whose English was pretty good to be a translator because the fortune teller couldn't speak English. I can't speak Mandarin. So I told him my date of birth and my birth year, and believe it or not, he interpreted it in his little book there, and he said that I am handsome. Now, he also should have said I am gullible as well, because I totally believed him. I was half expecting him to say, Confucius say, man who runs behind car gets exhausted. Or Confucius say, man who runs in front of car gets tired. But there was no such joke. He also said that I think I make good decisions, but they turn out not to be such great decisions. And my family truly believed that when I said that I was taking a family holiday to Kunming. Not content with just having my fortune told off my date of birth, I thought I'll have a go at the Kau Chim. The Kau Chim, for those that are unaware, is where you shake the bamboo pot or chim tong and 3 bamboo sticks come out. On those 3 bamboo sticks are written a number, and those numbers relate to some Chinese poetry or verse, which the interpreter then looks up and interprets for you. Those sticks are sometimes called Chinese fortune sticks or chi-chi sticks when translated into English. The practice dates back to the Jin dynasty in about the 3rd century AD. Sometimes called lottery poetry, it's very common in many Taoist temples. So now you know when you see it around. Kau Chim.